page. He just posted it like an hour ago, or I took it 52 minutes ago, but he posted it about an hour ago. So this is kind of fresh, off of the LinkedIn press. And someone on Reddit said, "Can you translate this in English?" So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys. All right. So before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about Andrew here. So Andrew Toy talked about how he was able to reduce the MCR from 106 down to 81. And, he's going to say, we're going to keep our head down and let our numbers speak to ourselves, speak for ourselves. And then ultimately, this gentleman here, he is in fact, I just sent him. I'm going to see if he accepts. I want to get him on the channel. I don't think he'll talk for sure, because he's like an expert in medical loss management. He's like an expert. This is like his area. Interestingly, I do have some connections with him from my medical side. Some surgeons here, chief division of surgery. But he is an MD, and he just started as chief medical officer of the Medicare Advantage plans for Blue Cross Blue Shield. Again, this is one of those incumbents that's been around for quite some time. I don't know. So they have 118. It's part of ticker symbol ELV, I believe, and they are I think it's $118 billion market cap. So overall, these people are part of the incumbents. So that's kind of his background. So let's go ahead and read what's going on here. So he said the only two ways to keep MLR, medical loss ratio, or MCR, medical cost ratio, at 79 to 83%, as Clover forecasts for 2024 in the setting of an 8 to 10 drop in MA membership for this year, is if they were able to have favorable stayer-lever RAF scoring. Let's pause right there. Okay. Let's pause. So it's only been a couple days out, and already we are starting to see Blue Cross Blue Shield, many of these people start to comment on Clover's results. Now, again, how do I say this? If Clover, if these competitors thought Clover was full of shit, they wouldn't be bothering. Like, what does a small healthcare insurance company think it's doing? Whatever. But now it's starting to get the attention of big wigs. Okay. It's starting to get the attention of folks around the industry that have been around for quite some time. So first off, so let's go ahead and read. Now let's continue. So AKA revenues for their members. So that is, members who left must have had lower risk scores or higher spend, or both, than those members who they retained. The other way is that despite the V28 imposed by CMS limiting risk revenues from 2,200 conditions, they were able to raise their overall risk scores in excess of projected 5 to 6% of rising trend of medical spend for 2024. That is only possible via aggressive nurse practitioners' home visit programs, but is subject of every bit of scrutiny by OAG, regardless. Time will tell. So I want to go ahead and just specifically Office of Secretary General. I think that's what OAG stand for. Let me see here. Maybe I'm wrong, but overall, he's saying that, from my understanding, and people correct me if I'm wrong, what this gentleman is basically saying, he's saying that the only way for these people to go ahead and get these types of favorable scoring systems is if a lot of the healthier people left, and the unhealthier people stayed. And ultimately, because Clover has more unhealthy people, they're able to get more revenue per unhealthy patient, right? Because they're able to, they decreased their members by 8 to 10%, but yet they um, have more sicker people, right? And yet they are more profitable. Interestingly, within this post, there is no mention of the Clover assistant, no mention of any of that. And I find that interesting. I would like to hear your thoughts. Um, and so that's something that I'm thinking in the back of my mind. Um, by the way, this was just posted, so I'm thinking with you, right? So it's just this is I'm thinking with you. Uh, um, so yeah, I'm thinking here. So I mean, honestly, what he's also saying is that is only possible via aggressive nurse practitioners, home visits, which is what Andrew is doing, and he's contracted out with a couple of entities. But you're starting to see how people scrutinize Clover, and you can see that now the industry people, Clover has caught their attention, and these people are going to do whatever it takes to destroy Clover Health, um, especially with this last line, but is subject to of every bit of scrutiny by OAG. Regardless, time will tell. This last comment reminds me of President Biden talking about, someone asked him, hey, should someone look into Elon Musk? And he's like, yeah, someone should look into him. You don't know, you got to kind of switch your positions here and act like Blue Cross Blue Shield or Humana or United Healthcare. If we can't beat them, let's go ahead and litigate them, right? Let's go ahead and just, send them on over to OAG, send them on over and cause a lawsuit and dig into Clover and try to hit them up with lawsuits, right? So potentially this is what could happen given that if they can't compete with them, right? Which is, I think, one of the reasons why Clover's quiet. Because I have to tell you something, guys. I was at Mayo Clinic and I was doing research with one of the greatest scientists in the world, which ultimately has allowed me to create one of the largest neuroscience labs in the world. I mean, it's not by chance that I go to the top one hospital in the world and I end up with the largest lab in the world. I mean, there's a special flavor and sauce you learn from Mayo Clinic. But what struck me is when I was speaking to one of the surgeons I will not name, they told me I was at the gym with them, and I was like, man, I'm in the business realm and I've been in stocks, and honestly, like I love healthcare because it's pure. I love my colleagues because they are, they took the Hippocratic oath. And him being a little bit more jaded than me, he said, Albert, listen, he said, people in healthcare are the most dirtiest people that exist. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And he said that people in business, the market actually dictates whether you're successful or not, and the market can smell bullshit. But in healthcare, doctors and kind of the industry is able to operate in a realm that would not be successful in the traditional industry of fields outside of medicine. And I'm sure the incumbent, not the incumbents, but the attendings that watch this channel can agree with this, and as well as residents as well. So healthcare is a dirty business. We know that. And these people here, Blue Cross. I'm not talking about Max here. I'm just saying that his institutions in which he works for, as well as Humana, United Healthcare. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to litigate Clover to hell. Which is one of the reasons why we have Chelsea on board as well and trying to really get in there. I just find it interesting. This guy's an MD. He went to med school like me. That rhymes, right? And the data in which Clover published its diabetes, kidney disease, and medical management adherence, kind of makes you can kind of put the story together. Potentially, Clover Assistance cost savings. Now, he's saying that with this post, him omitting Clover Assistant is him saying, I don't believe in that crap. I think they're doing something else. And they're doing it to where they're trying to get more money. But the thing is, okay, that's fine. They're getting more money for the sicker people. But yet again, why is their MCR scores still low? So that's ultimately kind of the situation here right now. I wanted to show this to you guys, but I'm telling you that the competition's real. Like, don't think that we're the only people discussing Clover's earnings reports, right? We're talking about big wigs looking at this right now and breaking down what Andrew Toy gave to them, right, in terms of what's publicly available. Them going down the annual 10K report. So we'll see how, as the guy said, time will tell. But ultimately, it's very clear that if I'm telling you guys, if Clover is on this path, then they're going to be the superior product. I had someone message me. I'm going to make a response right now. The person messaged me, and it's my opinion. He was like, well, why is Clover not growing? Like, it's an honest question. Why, if Clover's so good, then why isn't it growing right now? And honestly, that's a good question. It is a flag to be answered. Why isn't Clover, if their MA plans are doing well, why aren't they growing? Well, I think they answered it. If you don't recall Clover's posts here, their MCR in 2021 was 106%. Let's assume it's 100%, given that it was COVID. It was during the COVID times. So let's drop it to 100. It took approximately 2 years, guys, to drop that sucker down to 81. So ultimately, if they're trying to shave off the fat right now and trying to survive the company, ultimately, if they do add more people, the MCRs will be quite higher. And right now, it's all about cost savings. So I think that's why they're not increasing. And I think they did kind of answer it, saying that once the industry will be retreating from these people, we're going to be doubling down. So I think that's kind of the idea here. But again, let me just drink some coffee here. Hold on. Yeah. So that's kind of my thoughts to that. And I think someone just posted on our thing here. Somebody commented, Admiral here. He said, this is the chief medical officer, the same guy of Blue Cross Blue Shield. He said, he's responding, I think, to this guy up here. He said, might be referring to one of the triggers for delisting when the stock stays under $1 for a month. See that? Clover was about to be delisted in August of 2023, but was able to maintain its stock value above $1 for 10 consecutive days, hence was not delisted. Yeah. So it knows that if Clover gets delisted from the stock exchange, then their ability to raise capital to kick all these suckers' butts off and become the incumbents reality will decrease. It's very clear. Like, why is okay, let's ask yourself, guys, ask yourself this question. Okay. If Clover was a crap company and if their data was crap, then why is this Max guy from Blue Cross Blue Shield know exactly the months and year when they were watching them? Why? I mean, why? You don't watch your losers, guys. You watch your competitors. I mean, it's very clear right now. Like, you don't watch your losers. Kobe Bryant doesn't watch his losing, RIP, right? He's gonna watch. He's gonna look at his winners. Okay. This explains the dark pool. This explains the stock market, stock price manipulation. The beautiful part though about this is they can always do a reverse stock split, right? Now, again, when I say reverse stock split, retail investors are like, "Oh my god," right? But the thing is, look at AMD. AMD did a reverse stock split. Citigroup did a reverse. At the end of the day, reversing the stock at the end of the day doesn't really matter, in my opinion. What matters is the fundamentals. And if Clover can stay in the capital markets long enough, they're able to raise, and the fundamentals will end up speaking for themselves. Okay, but it's very clear kind of how our hypothesis and thesis, we're starting to see the incumbents literally publicly kind of show themselves now. So, yeah, you see here, yeah, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Hopefully we win, right? What else? What else? Yeah. Yeah, so this guy here uh was responding to this guy here, and yeah, he's not, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I have here. And then let me go ahead and give you guys some analysis of the market right now, real quick. So the market this week has been quite uneasy. There's influenced by headlines of inflation. We already made a video today discussing that. Let me refresh your memory. In our previous analysis many weeks ago, we talked about how the stock performance in January dictates the predictive value of the rest of the year. We believe and we remain optimistic that the stock market will have a strong year-end rally in the fiscal year of 2024. Now, we believe the S&P 500, it's currently sitting around 5,100, could fluctuate between 53 to 5,500 this year. Now, if you don't recall in our earlier analysis, we talked about how the first half of a presidential election cycle year is met with negative gains, which has been quite interesting because it hasn't played out like that. Therefore, we believe that a buying the dip opportunity should come because we are in a matured part of this rally, and we believe that we are going to dip anywhere between the end of March to April or May. So I think there should be a dip soon coming, and ultimately the second half of 2024 will be met by monumentous gains. Another thing I want to talk about is the $6 trillion that is sitting in money market funds. But once the Federal Reserve starts to cut interest rates, which may be in June or maybe even after, that money will start trickling down in the market. If you don't recall, the Russell was doing really well. Oh, hello. Russell was doing really well staying above this line, and today it dipped. Interestingly, if you were to look at the 1 hour chart, it dipped right off of that it kind of rebounded off of that 200-day simple moving average. So we probably are going to maintain this potentially. So we're going to monitor this. But again, lots of information here. Again, I'm sorry for these long videos, but I mean, this is real analysis, right? I'm showing you my due diligence live, right? I'm thinking out loud. I mean, I hope you appreciate this, guys, right? Give it a thumbs up if you do. Things are getting really good. Glad we got Chelsea Clinton. I find it how crazy how people took this long to find this stock. I'm seeing people look at it now for a long time when I bought. No videos on YouTube, just my personal opinion. Very tough week. Keep your enemies close. Yeah, I know. Actually, Sitter here, Sitter Chops does mention something interesting here. So if you were to look at the Reddit page, they got around 1,000 people online now, right? So maybe this is all people from Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, I got some comments on on Reddit here. Let's see what's going on here. Might as well, if there's any questions, let's see the full discussion. All right, let's see, Mr. Rainey here. Okay, last one, and I will leave you alone. CMO or any major organization will never do this kind of shit. Are the big four? Exactly. I agree with you, Rainey. Already, yeah, I agree that afraid of little old Clover. No, CMO would go and diss a company without actually seeing the numbers. Also, most of them are so busy that they cannot even see their family. Andrew's post really triggered a lot of people. Yeah, certainly. I mean, again, guys, you don't waste your time to talk to respond to losers. Okay, I mean, tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do 2 comments. I agree with you times 100%. Okay. Envious of Clover's performance, is that right? Yeah, yeah. I guess we'll see more hate. Yeah, and I'm afraid, hopefully not lawsuits and just bullshit, right? Sorry for the spam. I also want to add here. I'm gonna have my AI read this.
Sorry for the spam. I also want to add that he's basically upset that he can't figure out how CLOV is doing what they are doing. CLOV is using AI to predict trend and preventative cares. Blue Cross and many others are using Instant Edge. They are operating on 2 different platforms. He has to shoot down CLOV otherwise. It would have a huge advantage selling the CSOs.
Exactly. He doesn't even mention the Clover Assistant. Like, that does not even exist. He's a medical doctor, so he should have read the white papers, and he's able to understand them because he went to medical school, period. Yeah, so let me go. By the way, I don't type, guys. I like to just teach, it's easier for me.
Thank you for sharing this. I actually have and using my sour grade. Can't accept the CLOV. Using CA is able to reduce their CR to level of
Yeah.
healthcare. This is not very professional for someone in this position, and calling out organizations numbers without even seeing the data. Now I know why we have so many visitors on Reddit.
Bingo. Exactly. So I should respond by posting a clip of Bruno Mars Uptown. No mention of CA contribution. Yeah, I mean, you guys see it here. There's no, it's kind of weird. No, I was saying the same thing. You're a medical doctor. You should have known. I mean, it's not, you don't have to be. I know he looked at it. He's not mentioning it on purpose. Screw the investor relations website. Let me go to the main website. Oh, wait, no, you can't. Hold on. Yeah, here's the main website. You go for providers, and the first thing you see, why work for Clover? I don't know. Let's see here. No. Clover Assistant. Hold on. There it is. Learn how Clover Assistant is correlated with medication adherence, diabetes, and chronic kidney disease. I mean, it's right in your face. Here's a document, and he can read. Nah, he read it. He knows. He's not stupid. He read it. He's not stupid. All right, let's continue. Okay, that's about it. How come they are only in 5 states on their site? I thought they were 7. I think they pulled out, especially from Arizona. My question: anything you can think can bring Clover down? I think lawsuits. I think doctors not adopting the Clover Assistant. Like I said, guys, I think physicians are going to have to be the ones that are going to. I mean, listen, guys, to all the doctors that are watching this, it's up to you to really, especially that are in New Jersey, that are in Georgia. It's up to you to see what's right. Look at this data and ask yourselves, from your heart of hearts, all your patients ultimately going to end up being healthier with Clover Health? And the answer is yes, right? So, I mean, it's just, these are really good tools. And I think, like, people like the chief medical officer, who's the president-elect of Iowa's caucus their little group, I think they have their hearts in the right place. And ultimately, you're going to see people that they're going to make these comments like this. And ultimately, they want Clover to delist. Unfortunately, we might have to do a stock split, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. Wall Street's not going to decrease Clover's like you can't have a company that has $400 million in the bank, $400 million in the bank, let's say. They have a little bit more than that, but you can't have them trade at a $50 million market cap, right? So Clover's going to hang on, and ultimately they're going to prove themselves in the capital markets. I do believe they're going to have to dilute, but it's going to be a strategic dilution to growth to shut this guy up, right? So I'm sorry, I say this, but again, I'm Team Clover, and your comment comes off, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's all I have to say. The story's developing. We'll continue updating you guys on the channel, and we're the only people talking about this. In the beginning, we were like, either we're really, really stupid, or we're really, really smart. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think I'm stupid. Maybe. I mean, I'm top of my class, graduated with 3 diverse degrees. I was one of 10, one of 90 people, the 95 accepted in med school out of 10,000 applicants. I'm going to be a brain surgeon. I mean, I don't think I'm stupid, right, guys? I mean, maybe I am, right? Maybe it's just not transferable. But if I wasn't, if I was stupid, why is this guy from Blue Cross Blue Shield commenting on Andrew Toy? Why is the competitor commenting? And you know what's funny? They're not friends on LinkedIn. I checked because I'm friends with Andrew Toy. Andrew Toy is my friend on LinkedIn. And this guy is not connected to Andrew Toy. So obviously there's something more here. And, you guys, I hope you guys see this. Trust me, like I'm telling you guys right now, the stock price is really annoying. Clover doesn't have control over that. And I think this is like dark pools and stock market manipulation. This really sucks, right? Trust me, guys. I'm with you. Like I'm upset. Like all my other stocks are doing really well. Like SMCI, it's up freaking 300% this year and 1,000% in a year. Like a 10x 10 bagger, right? Trust me. Like I'm really like annoyed. But we have to stay the course, okay, guys. So hopefully I'm gonna be patient, and now this is kind of getting personal for me, because I'm really pissed off now that these incumbents, screw them, right? So I think we're doing. Oh, by the way, Series XM did a reverse stock split in the past as well. It's on my screen, so might as well say that too. So I thought I was dumb in the beginning. Now I see how dumb people are. Just my personal opinion. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. And I really thank you for all of you joining in tonight. I wasn't planning on making a video. It's just this guy just published it, and I just wanted to let you guys know. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming here, and means a lot. So I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless you all.